Well, here we are again, another week. And after doing literally less than nothing to deserve it, oh my god, I have procured myself a sody. That's the stuff right there. You know, I feel like there's a lot of haters. Everyone's all health conscious. Oh, I don't like high fructose corn syrup. I don't like fun. Honestly, I get it. I get it. But me, bitch, I love a sody. There are haters. There are. Oh, why would you drink that? The dark sodas literally can corrode battery acid and the corrosion on the battery. Good. I don't want any corrosion inside of me, bitch. Get it out of there. Flush it out. And that's what this is for. It's a cleanse, really. I mean, if you think about it. Anyways, the lady at McDonald's almost broke my entire heart when I said, "Can I have a small Dr. Pepper?" And then she said, "We don't have Dr. Pepper." And I was like, "What?" No, I really was. I was very dramatic. I am noticing about myself, I have a lot of awkward interactions in drive-throughs. And like, I'm beginning to think that maybe I'm the problem, which sounds really unlikely, but I mean, those are the pieces that I'm starting to put together here. Tough. Very tough. Hello, friends, and welcome back to, this whole situation right here. Excuse me, the sody. Oh my. One thing about me, I fucking love a sody. I love sody, and sody loves me. That's why we just gotta stick together for life. Also, I don't know why I do that, but I stick my tongue out while I'm drinking things with a straw. Like this. Am I alone? Does anyone else do that? Probably not. I think it's weird. I don't know why I do it, but it's more comfortable. You know why? Actually, I do know why. I'm sorry, I was capping with y'all before. It's because I don't like my nose. Okay, listen. From the full frontal, really nothing wrong with my nose. Nothing special about her. She's pretty regular, pretty standard. Am I right? Really standard nose here. And then, ah! Are we kidding? And then when I drink stuff, like I'll show you again. Like the tip of her, she like falls like that. Like she's like flat right there. Like it needs to, whoop. Like I need a push-up bra, but for the tip of my nose. I'm trying to look like the whoest who in Whoville. You know what I'm saying, dog? Like this. Like I want there to be no mysteries about if I do or don't have a booger inside of my nostrils. That's what I want. But I don't want to have plastic surgery because I'm scared. Anyway, that's not at all what we're talking about. I'm just like this. I don't know. I keep saying every week, I'm like, this is the week you're gonna lock in. And I just don't know if I have it in me, because I try. I genuinely am trying to lock in, and the lock is not functional. I am like a shitty 2-stall gas station bathroom where you like really have to pee and you are on a road trip and you really can't hold it anymore. So you go to the gas station that you're like, man, what have I gotten myself into here? This is not good. I don't really want to catch a disease. So I'm going to hover. And then you go to the bathroom stall and the stall doesn't close. And so you just like stand there like this and you're like squatting and you're afraid and like someone's probably totally doing meth in the bathroom right beside you, but you have no other option. That's the way that I lock in. You know what I mean? I fucking don't. Anyways, none of that is what this is about over here, okay? That was just, a little appetizer for you. What are we talking about this week? Oh, yes, I remember. So, every week, I have no idea. Every week, by that I mean for the past, I've done this 3 other times. Hi, it's me. Um, I never know what I'm going to talk about. And I just kind of like try to think and let life be my muse, you know? And my friend Jane posted on her Instagram story the other day, like talking about how moms will like give you advice that is completely unsolicited and like tell you things and you're like, I don't fucking remember asking. And then she kind of went on to say like that, you know, within her relationship they make it a point to speak life and not to speak death. Like you can't say things like, oh, I'm never going to get there on time because of traffic. Like just basically not speaking negative because I feel like people are not really putting enough respect into the fact that their words have immense power. Like that's the reason, right? You're supposed to pray out loud. That's a vague, very loose thing that I remember my mom telling me as a child. Um, so I don't know what I was going for there. But anyways, your words are so powerful, bitch. Like, and I feel like these people say negative shit to you like they don't realize that their words are powerful. Because it's like, I'm going to assume that you don't know that you're going to speak things into existence by speaking, because otherwise you're just a bitch, right? Otherwise, you're just saying a bunch of really rude shit and like literally telling me negative things because you want negative things to happen for me. And I'm going to assume that that's not what you want and that you are just a little bit ignorant. And that's okay. That's okay. You don't know what you don't know, but I am here to tell you. And this is your reminder for all the lovely people out there who have forgotten that your words are incredibly powerful, okay? Like, oh my gosh, you want to hear a story and then I'll get back to the original point? Okay. This is just like about how strong your mind and your thoughts and words are and can be. So when I was a kid, I genuinely used to get strep throat like startlingly frequently. Like I think if we had any level of more money, I definitely would not be walking around with my tonsils right now because they would just they would not make the cut. Okay, like they are weak. They're the weakest link. Not anymore. They were. Now they're great. Anyway, said a lot to say. When I was a kid, I would get strep throat like literally all the time, like multiple times a year. I don't know what was wrong with me. But then in like middle school, because I knew that like I had this predisposition to like getting strep really easily, if I didn't want to go to school, I had strep. You know what I'm saying? I just did. And so I remember very vividly feeling fine. Like I'm telling you I felt fine. There was literally nothing wrong with me except for that I was manipulative and 13. And so I'm like, "Mom, I have strep throat, like, I don't feel good, like, my throat, it feels that way." Like, and she knew and I knew, like, we all know what strep feels like when you have it that much and she knows. And it was to the point, like, I wouldn't even always go to the doctor unless I, like, wouldn't get better because I had strep, like, that much. So I'm like, "Hey, like, I really don't feel good. I really feel like I'm getting strep, you know?" Uh, And she's like, "Okay, yeah, stay home, stay home." I stayed home and intermittently throughout the day, I'll be, like, chilling, I don't know what I was doing, probably nothing good. But intermittently throughout the day, I would imagine the feeling, how it feels in your throat to have strep, that itchy, like sore feeling right in here, and like how inflamed you feel through your throat and through your like tonsils. I would just imagine that feeling and sit with it. So that way, when my mom got home, I could pretend like I didn't feel good. And I just kept imagining it and kept imagining it and kept like saying it and feeling it like, oh, I'm sick, like I have strep, I have strep, I have strep. And acting, like I'm like, I was fine. Like I swear to God, I woke up fine. There was literally nothing wrong with me. I just didn't want to go to school. And the next day I wake up and I don't feel good. I feel really sick actually. And I'm like, damn, I genuinely do not feel good. I'm like, I for real can't go to school today. I'm like, fuck, I messed up. So I'm like actually sick this second day. I wake up, I'm like, Mom, like I'm not feeling good. Like, maybe we should go to the doctor. And she's like, okay, yeah. So I go to the doctor and I had strep. I gave my, like, I firmly and adamantly believe, and no one can convince me otherwise, I gave myself strep by thinking about it. I just, like, and I always think of that whenever I feel like I don't have any control, because it's like, I genuinely feel like I gave myself strep throat. And that's just like because your words and your thoughts and your mind is literally so powerful. Like, it is energy and it is palpable and it is fucking real. Like, anyways, where was my original point? I mean, I guess that was my original point. But, oh, yes, going back to as it pertains to my life now. Sorry, I gotta check to double super check that we are actually recording, because, girl, the first time I recorded in my car the other week, I got home and like literally 90% of it was, I think the cord got unplugged or something. I don't know. But I can't afford that today. Just like emotionally, bitch. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Going back to as that whole sentiment pertains to my life now, I think of pregnancy. When I was pregnant, bitch, oh my gosh. People, I don't know what it is. It's like I'm already so tired of gestating. Like, why are people trying to give me all of this, not even unsolicited advice? It's like they're giving me warnings. It's like, just so you know, it's terrible. Everything terrible is in the world is about to happen to you. Fuck you. Like, that's the sentiment. That's the vibe. And it'll be people who you love, who you genuinely care about, and they genuinely care about you. That's why I think that they're not doing it on purpose, but they are trying to manifest negativity for your life when you are pregnant. They really are. Because you know why? They had a bad experience and they want, well, they don't want you to have a bad experience, like in a malicious way. Like, I really don't think that. But what I do think is that it would make them feel better if your experience was also negative. That's what I think. That not on purpose and not in a malicious way and not because they like hate you or something. They low key expect your experience to also be bad, because I think complaining together and complaining about like mutual mm, gripes, I guess, is like a sense of bonding and a sense of community. But no, I remember, like, I have one friend, LB. She's so fucking funny, bitch. I love LB. Shout out LB, even though I know she's never going to listen to this because she's so fucking ADHD. I don't think she's ever finished a sentence, let alone a story, let alone sat through a 25-minute podcast episode. That would just be too much for her, I think. Anyways, said all that to say, she was the queen of always telling me, oh, what you just wait until you gain a bunch of weight, wait until this. And anytime anyone would say anything negative to me about, like, what to expect during pregnancy, what to expect for postpartum, what to expect for birth, I would just very quickly decide, and I learned this from my therapist, that you just have to very quickly decide no and shut it down. Shut that shit down immediately. Done. No, absolutely not. No, thank you. We're not doing that. She'd say, oh, wait, you're going to get all big and fat like I did. I'm like, oh, no. Me? No, I don't actually think I'm going to be doing that. I think I'm going to be really hot, okay? I think I'm going to have abs the whole time, and I think I'm going to be a skinny fucking legend, bitch. That's what I think is going to happen. Getting fat during pregnancy? None for me. Thanks. I'm good. Thank you. No, I'm full. I couldn't possibly. No. Me? No, not for me. Mm-mm. Nope. And so I didn't. And that was probably genetics. But I think it really matters that I was like, just immediately, anytime if I hear something I don't agree with for myself, I say no. And two, like Ricky's cousin, he's like, oh, I remember I'm at their house at a party on New Year's, and I'm wearing a little dress. I got my little basketball and my dress and everything, and I have my heels. And he goes, "Oh, you just wait. Yeah, your feet are about to get so swollen, you won't be able to wear those heels anymore." And I said, "Francisco, shut the fuck up. You will bite your tongue and eat your words when you see me at my baby shower wearing heels. I don't want to hear it." And then I did. My skinny little ankles, tiny, skinny, bony. My ankles never once beat Ozempic allegations, okay? Mm-mm. Didn't matter, 9 months pregnant or not. Bony, gaunt, startling. No, I'm kidding. That's so bad. But no, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I just am completely fucking unwilling to accept any of your negative projections about what your experience was and what happened to you and saying that that's going to happen to me. I just, no, I'm not doing it. And that's just kind of how I live my life. And I've realized that that makes me a very hateable person, okay? And this is what I mean by that. My same friend LB, I'm telling her, I'm like, yeah, my baby, like, I don't like to talk about this too much, okay? First of all, pause. I don't like to talk about this too much because every time that we like, why is my soda just like vibrating? Okay. I don't like to talk about this too much because every time I do, I like jinx it a little bit, but this time I feel confident it's not going to happen. So between you and me, like, I'm just going to say this and I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, okay, that my baby, like, she'd be sleeping. She'd be sleeping through the night, okay? Like, from like 10, between like 9:30 and 10:30 to like between like 6 and 7 most of the time, okay? So that's her. That's her bag, baby. You know what I'm saying? She's been doing this since she was like 2 months old. Yeah, just about 2 months old, sleeping through the night. And again, that makes me a very hateable person. But I'm telling my friend LB this, and she's like, "Oh, you just wait. You just wait, Hannah. You wait until that 4 month sleep regression." And I'm like, "Oh, no. I actually, we're not gonna do that. I don't think. I think I'm okay on that one. You can, no, thank you. None for me. I couldn't possibly, no." And she's like, "No, of course not. No, it happens to everybody else, but no, not you. Of course it wouldn't happen to you." She was so fucking funny. Um, She's like, "No, because you manifested everything else good in your entire pregnancy. So I don't see why this would be any different. Everybody else has to get fat with their swollen ass feet and shit and push for like 17 hours in labor. But no, not you, right? You're skinny and you," just like going off. And that, in that moment, I realized, like, I am a very hateable person. Okay. Like, the bounce back queen, period. The fucking, I don't think this has anything to do with me. I think my baby is just like a particularly exceptionally good baby that she sleeps through the night. She doesn't sleep in the day, but she sleeps through the night. And I don't think that really has anything to do with me. But being 118 pounds, like 2 weeks postpartum, with like, at least the upper part of my abs pretty visible, I think that makes me very unrelatable, very hateable. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But really what it comes down to is that I speak positivity into the world, okay? I don't assume negative things for myself. There are things I forgot to manifest, okay? Let me tell you. Well, no, maybe. I don't know if I'm like really ready to talk about it, but basically, I forgot to manifest that I do not get hemorrhoids. I didn't know that I needed to put that out there in the universe to not accept that the hemorrhoidal energy. I didn't realize that that was like part of it. until it was very much too late, okay? Way too late. And now things are happening, and things have been happening for a while, okay? And I don't think I'm ready to get into the nitty-gritty of all of that, okay? Because it's still very raw, and I do mean that in a very literal sense, okay? But things are bad for my butthole. I don't think she's ever gonna be ready for anal ever again. Good thing I'm not really, like, super into that, because 'cause I'm pretty sure that's over for me. Also, side note, and this isn't important, but it's disgusting, and I'm gonna tell you anyways. So, all of my personal friends know about my hemorrhoid saga because I am the least mysterious person that anyone has ever met in their entire life, okay? If there's something happening with me, you know about it in real time. Like, I am not mysterious. Like, I want so badly to be like that cool girl in the corner, like, oh, what's going on with her? She has her cards close to her chest. You have no idea. I'm not, okay? I'm just, I'm so not. And so that's why literally everyone in my life knows exactly what's going on with my butthole. And in a 1 24-hour time period, two different people texted me and asked me how my quote chocolate starfish was doing. And that's fucking disgusting, okay? I love chocolate and I love starfish. I just really do not appreciate those things being associated with any butthole, let alone, and certainly, mostly not of all, my fucking extra super broken one, okay? It's really bad. It's like really, really bad. And like, I don't think it's normal. And like they said that I might have to have butthole surgery. And so I like went to the doctor and they were like, yeah, you're going to have butthole surgery quite potentially, but we're going to give you this foam. And I've been using the foam and the foam is helping. And I don't want to speak any negativity, okay? I'm not going to need a surgery on my butthole because quite frankly, my insurance is not going to cover that. I can't just have elective butthole surgery. And all the people are like, the medical professionals are like acting like it's not a big deal. Okay. Like they're like so chill about it. And I'm like, that's so easy for you to say. First of all, my OB is a male. My biggest first mistake. Oh my fucking God. Ugh. Hate it. Mansplaining. What about your fucking vagina, bitch? Love that. That's good job, sir. Anyway, how was that like my postpartum? I'm like talking way more about these hemorrhoids than I really meant to, but I'm going to tell you about this because I just am not mysterious, like I said. Okay. So I went to the doctor and um, I was like, it was my postpartum appointment. And at this point, I'd already had these hemorrhoids for like a couple weeks, 3 weeks, maybe more. And I was like, hey, I have these hemorrhoids, da 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 da. And he's like, yeah, that happens for sure. And I'm like, but it like really, really hurts. And he's like, yeah. And then I'm like, okay, well, what should I do? And he's like, I don't fucking know, dog. Like, like he basically was not helpful at all. Like, but anyways, he's like, I don't know. Yeah, like fucking do a sitz bath or something. And I'm like, sir, I'm not trying to undermine the power of Epsom salt, but like, I think I need medical intervention. And he's like, well, like if it doesn't heal, like at some point, then, like go to this doctor. And I'm like, okay, I get, okay. And he's like, well, if symptoms worsen. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Google is just like, oh, if symptoms progress. I'm like, what? How long? Anyway, so that was like at my like 6 week post-op. And then like that fell right a few weeks before my like annual. So I go back in for my annual, still suffering, bitch, from hemorrhoids. At this point, it's been like almost a month or maybe longer. It's been a while. Butthole, broken, shattered, pieces everywhere. Terrible. Butthole, broken. So I go back in and I'm like, hey, dude, like, I'm still having hemorrhoids. And he's like, yeah. What? Like, why don't you care? Like, why do you not care? Like, are you not understanding? Like, my quality of life is being impacted right now. And then I was like, well, like, how long is this supposed to happen? Because it's, it's been a while. And he's like, yeah, it happens for like longer than you would like. That's what he said. It happens for longer than you would like it to. Hello? Bitch, is the medical professional in the room with us? Cuz what kind of answer is that? I was like, "Well, I mean, is there like a time frame because it's already happened for longer than I would have liked it to, Dr. Atomy." And he was like, "Well, if it keeps happening, like get a butthole surgery, dog." I don't know. Like he just like doesn't care. Like no one cares. Like no one is realizing like I don't know. I just can't. It's like as if I'm ridiculous because I don't want to fucking almost pass away every time I poop. Like, ugh, yeah, sorry for being fucking dramatic, I guess. Thank you. I feel better. That was cathartic for me. The ranting and the raving and the speculating about the apathy of medical professionals who are supposed to be advocating for me, but they're not. And they don't care about my serrated butthole. Okay. But, anyways, it's getting better. Yeah. Thank God. I thought I was going to pass away. Algo más? I don't believe so. I think that might be it. It might be it today. Anyways, I'm about to go to Kroger and buy coffee beans. And oh my gosh, did I ever intro the show? Oh my God, Hannah. Hi, I'm Hannah, and this is the Life and Other Luxuries podcast. Oh no. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. If you have stuck around till the end, I greatly appreciate it. All four and a half of you are just my favorite people in the world. If you would not mind, okay, and I'm like really not trying to be pushy, but like if you want to and you don't mind, totally like do a like, leave me a nasty, salacious hate comment. Make me feel bad, something. Make me feel something, you know? Hmm. All right. Thank you. See you next time. Bye. She's just a boo and it's a Friday. And I want to talk to you. So don't forget to FaceTime me. She's just a boo and it's a Friday. I don't know what else to say. But thank God it's a Friday. Ooh, boo, you are my cutest boo. And I'm loving